Everybody, this is Kyle, and here is a requested reaction to Alipbata playing Memories of the Future by Antoine Dufour. And I checked out some of the original just to kind of get an idea. An original is a fingerstyle piece. Now what seems to be kind of interesting, and seeing this as a loops video is here ready to get unpaused, is they're using a special type of capo. And a capo is kind of like an extra finger on a guitar for people who don't know guitar playing. So it's usually like it just clamps down and holds the strings down for you. It's useful to change the key of the song, for a singer or for different instruments, if like playing along with brass or something like that. But this type of capo that they're using, I forget the brand of it, it just holds down certain strings. So instead of having like one finger that clamps down all the strings, it has 6 fingers, and you can, push it down or pull it back up. And another note before I start this video, this is not on Alip's official channel. This is one I had to find elsewhere. So if you go searching for this one, just so you know, it's not going to be on his official channel. So let's get this going. So that black device on his guitar neck, that is the special capo, and you can see he's moving little levers and things. I mentioned that this video is not on Alip's channel, so if you wonder, why the quality looks a little different, that's probably why. But so far this seems really identical to the source. Now, for people that don't play music or guitar, every once in a while when people see a musician using a device that's not part of their instrument regularly, they think, oh, that's cheating or something like that. But anytime you have some sort of technology that advances music forward, there's always going to be people that criticize it and think that, you're changing it, watering stuff down. But the actuality is your creativity is expanded. It's like having extra fingers. It allows you to play in different ways, and more importantly, it allows you to play in a very much expanded way. This was a fun one to watch. I've seen those capos and advertisements and things. I've probably seen people use them before. I don't know that they were necessarily intended to be used where you're flipping the levers as you play. I don't know that much about those specific capos. The idea is it would hold a chord shape for you. So in other words, instead of tuning your guitar, so if you strum the strings without touching them, they make a chord, you use that device to achieve the same effect. And of course, then, you can play around that shape. Again, the whole idea of a capo and devices like this is to play things in a new way, which is always fun. It's fun for the listener and probably more specific in this case.
Hey there, and welcome to another Musician Reacts. Today we are checking out some more of the wonderful world. It is Alipbata. The song is Memories to the Future, originally done by Antoine Dufour. Okay, there we go. Alipbata and Memories to the Future. It's a very nice song. Obviously, I haven't heard the original, so I don't know how. I'm going to guess it's exactly the same by Antoine Dufour. What I like about this is he's using this. Effectively, it's like a variable capo, so he can basically. It holds down certain strings for you so that you can play further up the neck, etc. So it makes it easier. But he's having to turn parts of them on. So where you kept switching that little lever, that was basically putting pressure at the 4th fret. So it's basically closing up on the E string on the 4th fret, and then he was flipping it so you could open it, so you could play the E chord or the E note for the low end bass line, if you like, and then he was having to flip it back down again, back onto the G sharp, depending on what tuning he's actually doing in it. So I'm not sure if I think it's in standard that he's played this in, but I'm really not too sure without actually trying to work it out myself. One thing I did notice, this is obviously more of an earlier Alipbata, because I did feel that his tempo control kind of waved at the end. He kind of went a little bit more kind of very, very loose at the end, and you can slow it down. I'm not saying you have to be the same tempo the whole way through, but he was kind of speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down at the end, which kind of makes it a little bit harder to kind of lock in on a kind of a vibe or a groove on it. But I thought it was beautifully played, as always. He always makes it look effortless, which is really cool to kind of watch. It's very chilled. It almost had like a odd blues vibe to the song, to the actual song. It's like boom, ba-da-da. It's kind of this kind of funky blues vibe underneath it, and whilst having this really delicate guitar part over the top. So